Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa Ellen Arianis, T.E.A., and this is Tea Time Adventures on YouTube. Happy Labor Day, happy Mask Monday. I have the day off. I'm stoked. Previous employers didn't always give this day off, but it is nice to have it off. And I am collabing with my girlies. That is Mary Catherine Loves Cats, a FabFit Mama, which is Christine, and Erlene S. And today's mask was provided by Mary Catherine Loves Cats. And I do believe that she and I have the same mask, and this is the Bliss Rose Gold Rescue Sheet Mask. Soothes, hydrates for sensitive skin. And I believe the one that Christine and Erlene are doing are also matched up, but I'm not sure if they're Bliss or not. But we are doing a collab, and we're doing a Q&A and giveaway. So I've got a new ring light. I feel like I'm slightly tilted downwards to the side. The fan is on because I had to turn the air conditioning off. It was 85 in my room. I got it down to 77, turned it off, literally started recording, and it's now back up to 80 in my room. So I've got bright red face and I'm in a tank top. You guys never see me in a tank top. That's how warm I am. It's just even too warm for a t-shirt. So those of you that have the day off, those that labor in and out of the home, happy Labor Day. Now, we are going to be doing a little bit of a Q&A about Labor Day, but I'm going to go ahead and put the Bliss mask on so we can get started. And again, we will be having a giveaway. I'll go over the rules and show you the masks. Now, this is a printed mask, as you can see. The print is supposed to go outwards. Alright, come on. Where are the seams? Where are the seams? Oh, there we are. Okay, is this a partial mask? It is a partial mask. It's like a masquerade. Oh, it's two-part mask. Okay, so let me get part one on first, and then I'll go look for part two. Let's see. Alright. Let's see if that stays on. How's everybody doing today? If you have the holiday off, I hope you're having a lovely time. Ah, here's the bottom. Okay, the bottom of it. The mask blends in so well. Okay. So, let's get this on. Shiny rose gold. So hopefully this stays on. Smells lovely. Smells a little bit rosy, a little bit citrusy. Let's see, next gen foil back sheet mask hugs facial contours so you can multitask while you mask, and forms a protective barrier to intensify serum delivery and absorption. Delivers nearly a full bottle of serum in one treatment. Created for sensitive skin but loved by all, it infuses skin with soothing rose flower extract and skin conditioning colloidal gold for an instantly hydrated, calm, and refreshing complexion. Well, I definitely need a calm complexion considering how warm it is. As I mentioned, Santa Barbara has a late summer. We don't get warm until August, September, October. So it has been, feels like has been in the 90s most of this week. So again, I apologize for the fan for those of you that are sound sensitive, but I just can't do this without it. So let's go ahead and get into the questions. And again, they are labor work oriented, and Mary Catherine came up with these. She is our question queen this time, as well as the giver of masks. So the first one is, did you work while in school? Yes, I did. I had two separate jobs. One was through the YES program, Youth Employment Service, and that was working in a very rich family's house. He was a doctor, and she owned a antique china and cutlery show that she would go to, or business, and she would go to various different shows to sell these antiqued wares. My job was to do whatever they asked me to do. If that was vacuuming, then I'd vacuum. If that was washing dishes, I'd be washing dishes. If that meant cleaning up their kids' rooms who couldn't be bothered to do it themselves, then that's what I would do. It was 2 hours a day. I don't remember what the pay was, but that was my very first job. And then the second one, I think, started in my senior year, and it was a place called Victoria Market, which actually leads into the second question. If you did work in school, what did you do? Well, housekeeping for the first ones, for the doctor's family and his wife. I had one adult daughter that was already off in college, and then two junior high students. So the boy was particularly messy with cars everywhere. The young lady kept her room fairly neat, but I still had to like vacuum and dust. The second one, which actually lasted longer, which lasted about 4 years through college, was at a place called Victoria Market, and I was a cashier and stocker. Now this is a mom and pop tiny little corner neighborhood market run by a Chinese Malaysian family, the Huangs, Huang, and they do not own the market anymore. This thing is sliding. But I didn't know enough to know about raises. I didn't know enough to know that you got paid overtime, and seemingly they didn't either. So I would help unload the semi-truck, I would man the cashier, I would stock the shelves, I would clean, etc., etc., etc. So can't say it was slave labor. They treated me very well. They made sure I had a meal there every day, and they worked around my school schedule. But I did stop, I think after my first or second semester in the local city college. I just couldn't keep up with it, and I wanted to go on to bigger and better things. What's my job now? I am a medical buyer. I started off working for Samson Clinic here in Santa Barbara as a buyer, and then they were recently bought out by Sutter Health, and I transitioned from just a buyer to buyer two. There's different levels at Sutter, whereas Samson didn't have that. But what I do on a daily basis is completely different. Under Samson Clinic, I had far more autonomy. I had far more responsibilities. I would deal with multi-million-dollar capital expense projects. I dealt with multi-million-dollar service contracts. I was the Foothill Surgery Center buyer for one of our ASCs, ambulatory surgery centers. And if there was anything difficult, my boss gave it to me to pick apart and make it right. Under Sutter, I'm just a cog in the wheel. There are 80 buyers spread out of 4 or 5 different purchasing teams. I'm in what's called GenMed, and probably 90% of the time I am doing proof of deliveries and tracking orders and checking on back order dates, etc. So it's a far cry from what I used to do. The pay is a lot better. Still working on how well the benefits are working out, but that's what I do now. Do I enjoy it? I enjoyed my work more as a Samson Clinic buyer. Day-to-day tasks were very different. I had more responsibilities. I had more control over what I did on a daily basis, hourly basis. But like I said, just now I'm sort of a cog in a wheel. I don't feel like I'm part of what used to be my team here in Santa Barbara. And since most of the rest of the team is in Northern California, spread out, most of those 80 buyers work from home. I do not. I go into an office every single day. I would not want to work from home. What's my favorite job I ever had? As a buyer for Mission Linen Supply. My boss, the co-workers, not only in my department, but in all the other departments that I interacted with, all the friendships were wonderful. We celebrated holidays as a whole. Our entire purchasing building would be dressed up for Easter. It would be dressed up, decked out with decorations for Halloween, for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. We had massive potlucks with 40, 50, 60 people showing up. So for me, the computer system was a dream. My boss that hired me was one of the kind that mentored the junior buyers, the senior buyers, etc., to learn our craft, to learn what our job entailed from cradle to grave. So I do miss that. What age were you, and what made you stop working at that favorite job? I was 45, and I'm 60 now. I was laid off because of the economic downturn of 2009, and 10 days after I was laid off, my husband died. So I really lost my identity at that point in time, that I was no longer Teresa of Mission Linen Supply. I was no longer Teresa of Teresa and Dawn. So that was world shattering for me, and it took 2 years really before I came out of the dark. What would be your dream job? I honestly really love being a buyer. Maybe not in this current position, but I love the interactions with the people in the departments who are the clinicians that rely on us to get us their products to take care of our patients. And that just helps the community overall when we have a healthy population. Let's see. It's about getting the right item for the right price at the right time. And those were just the 7 questions that we had. I probably yammered on way too much. But I'm going to go over the rules for this. So we're starting this on Monday, September 1st, which is Labor Day, and it ends on September 7th, random tea time. You never know when I'm going to stop the clock on that giveaway. So I will either announce my winner on September 7th, sometime in the PM, or on the 8th in the AM on my community tab. I don't make an extra video. I always post it on my community tab and try and tag the winner as well. And I generally try and hunt them down on Instagram if I can possibly find them. There will be a secret word, which is going to be rose, R-O-S-E, like the flower, like the rose gold mask that I have, so rose. You must be publicly subscribed to all 4 channels, and we will verify this. You must put a comment, a nice comment, on all 4 videos, even if you're not using that content creator's special word for their giveaway. That's how we can click on your little face and see that you are publicly subscribed. You must be 18 years or older and living physically in the United States with a verifiable residential address. YouTube nor any of the manufacturers of the masks in the giveaway, this mask, etc., are not associated with it and cannot be held responsible for any issues. All products that are in the giveaway were purchased by me. I'm not responsible for any allergic reaction or sensitivity to the masks in the giveaway. Please check the ingredients before use. Be your own healthcare advocate. And I'll put a little asterisk there and then mention something at the end. This is coming off. I'm not responsible for lost or stolen packages or those damaged in transit. Once the U.S. Postal Service takes possession, it's out of my control. I am unable to replace the products and will provide a tracking number to the winner once they actually leave my possession. Once the winner has been announced, they have 48 hours-ish. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. It's falling off anyway. It's pretty, oh, it does feel refreshing now, even though it's sliding off. Lost or stolen packages, possession, unable to replace project, provide the tracking number to the winner, and once they are announced, they have 48 hours or ish to get in contact with me. I prefer to be contacted on Instagram rather than email, but both of the links to those are down below. Instagram, you've already been vetted, basically. Anybody can send you an email, and that's what I find. I've seen several of my YouTube ladies get scammed by people just trying to win a giveaway, so I'd prefer to be contacted on Instagram. Let's see, if the prize goes unclaimed, a new name will be drawn. Don't make me do that. I hate doing that. I want the winners to win, even if it's not my giveaway. I've been known to go find the winners and tell them, go watch such and such's video, you've won a giveaway. I like the winners to win. So that's it. Those are the questions, the 7 questions. Those are the rules. This is a lovely mask. It's just not staying on my face very well. It smells wonderful. Thank you, Mary Catherine. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for this. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the masks in my giveaway. Can't remember if it's 4 or 5 masks, but it is what it is. We have, and all of these came from Amazon. I bought them in my Black Friday haul. Vitamin C and AHA resurfication. It evens out skin tone, restores moisture balance, giving it a healthy glow, and it's by NSC Name Skincare. Also by the same company is the Botox Effect, supports increased in skin elasticity and visibly firms and instantly smooth skin. We have by Sidor is the Botany and Fruits Skincare, the Coconut Smoothing Facial Mask, a youthful, makes skin glowing. Also from Sidor, and these didn't come from T.E.A, these came from Amazon. Botany and Fruit Skincare, the Mango Skin Beauty Facial Mask, again youthful, skin glowing, moisturizing essence, firm cloth, is soft and close to skin. And then the last one, and this is the one I'm putting an asterisk on. This is a bubble face mask in bamboo charcoal moisturizing. Leaves skin delicate and smooth. If you do not do well with foaming, bubbling masks for the winter, please let me know. I can switch this out with something else. I do know that a couple of my YouTube ladies are very, very sensitive to the bubble mask, so I don't want to cause any allergic reaction for anybody or cause them any issues. So when the winner contacts me, let me know if this bubble mask is fine or if you'd like me to change this particular one only out. So that's it. That is my Mask Monday. Again, apologize for being in a tank top. It's too hot. It now says it's 81 degrees in my bedroom, even with the fan on. So I'm gonna go. Again, use the secret word, must be publicly subscribed to all 4 channels, and put a nice comment on all 4 videos. So that's it. Happy Labor Day. Happy Monday, everyone. Thank you so much for visiting with me today. I truly do appreciate each and every one of you and all that you bring to the table and the joy that you bring me. So please take good care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I'll see you around the net. Bye.